What's up, guys? I am here in my living room / reptile room, kitchen, my sister's room, kitchen table, random stuff my roommate left that he might want. And you can see we got some beanbag chairs set up. Me and my girlfriend was where we're gonna put the couch or whatever. We're kind of just like, why get a couch? Beanbag chairs are easy. We have no way of really getting a couch here anyway without like renting a U-Haul. Excuse me, just ate some pork ends. But you can see here, I got my gecko rack, my superworm rack, my Dubia rack, and now I have my crested gecko rack out here. But I do have my snakes and my Asian forest scorpions out here. Today is Should You Keep It Saturday. So I'm going to talk about Dubia roaches and should you keep roaches. And right off the bat, I think if you have animals that eat roaches, yes. But first I want to get into eggs. I have 3 crested gecko eggs sitting in my enclosure, and I'm going to throw them in a cup and start incubating them, and I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so first up, incubation medium. I'm using this stuff right here. I actually haven't had any eggs hatch with this. I had 2 clutches I put on this, and both those clutches actually went bad. I don't think that was due to the incubation medium. I think that was just my crested geckos went unfertile for a month because I had taken the male out. But I have in the past, I have used exclusively Hatchright, and I absolutely love Hatchright. But this stuff was recommended to me, so I definitely picked up a bag to try it. And I have a lot of geckos, and I expect to go through this whole bag by the end of next year. But I don't wash it out, I just kind of add water, and it does this sizzling thing, and there's lots of smoke that comes off. I always end up adding too much water, I think. But I'm going to get in my enclosure, and I have these eggs set aside outside of the egg box, so I can just take them right out. And you want to try to keep them as straight up as you can. Pardon me. And one more. I did find one bad egg. I can only assume that that's why there's one missing. And you just kind of want to settle them in there. Not too rough, but you don't want them sitting right on top because you don't want them to move around at all. Now I'm going to first off mark them with my Sharpie, just a little dot so I know what's the top. Just like that. And that's a little close to the top. I'm gonna move that. The reason you drop my Sharpie. The reason you don't want them close to the top, close to the lid, is because condensation will build up on the lid, and basically it'll touch your egg. And if you have water touching your egg, it's almost guaranteed to start growing mold, and it'll go bad. So I'll bury mine a little bit deeper, no worries there. And my drill is actually not here at the moment. So what I'm going to do is poke a little hole in the lid with my knife. Not too big, not too small, just a little breathing hole. Just about yay big. And I will slap the lid on these bad boys. Just like so. And the date is 8/4/19. The dad is 1801, and the moms, there are 2 moms in there. Obviously one of them laid 2 eggs, one laid the other, I have no idea. But they are 1802 and 1803 in my inventory. And basically what that is 18 is the year I got them, and 01, 02, 03 is the number that they are. So the first, second, and third gecko. And there are 3 good eggs. So I will put these on top of my incubator, and I will check back on them in future videos, and you'll see them. Alright, so I got those eggs incubating. They're sitting on top of my incubator, and basically what that's going to do is, hold on, let me wipe that lens. Might be a little bit better. Basically what that's going to do is it's going to heat them a little bit more than room temperature, and I won't have to wait quite as long. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about Dubia roaches. So I recommend keeping Dubia roaches if you have animals that can primarily eat Dubia roaches. So what I mean by that is if you have a bearded dragon, a chameleon, I feed my chameleon mainly Dubia roaches because crickets get out and I can put Dubia roaches in a cup nice and easy. Certain monitors, what else eat Dubia roaches? Leopard geckos, yeah, but you kind of you need something that can eat adults. You need something that can eat adults, so if you end up with too many adults, you can feed them off. My chameleon, that's what he does. I'd love to have a pair of bearded dragons at one point, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I mainly just sell off extra. Sorry, that light is crazy bright. Dubia roaches are very, very easy. You can see the tubs I have them in. Where my hand? Those out there. I use tall, tote-like tubs. I put egg crate. I get egg crate from my secondary job. Eggs come in. Eggs come in. We use all the eggs. I get the egg crate and I take it home. And I got a big stack of it. I got them on a metal rack. I don't have any lids on them because I keep the egg crate really low. But every once in a while, a male will try to jump and flying it out, and he'll succeed. But so I have lids on the top too because I think those are the two they're coming out of. Now the wire rack I have them on is weaved in and out with a heat cable, and it's sitting at 93.8 right now. Now, sorry, my nose is really itchy. I've heard up to 95 for best results. I just keep mine really warm because I use a lot. Any extra I can sell, there's no point in not heating them up as much as possible. And every like 3 or 4 days, I throw a carrot in. And depending on how many you have, you might cut up a little piece of carrot. Someone at home, you might just cut a little piece or some greens or something, whatever you have left over, your mom's cooking dinner or something. But I buy 5-pound bags of carrots. I buy one at a time, one every other week or so. And I go through it and I feed it to that. And I feed some to my superworm colony. And Dubia roaches are really good. They have, I think, the highest meat to like shell ratio of most insects, and they're real easy. Calcium and all that sticks to them real well. Animals love them. The only problem is I have to tongue feed my geckos when I feed them to them, because like leopard geckos and stuff is what I feed my roaches to. They can't. The roaches stand still and they'll hide, and the geckos won't be able to see them because leopard geckos kind of hunt on movement, if anyone's seen. But that's kind of just the way it is. But I really like them. I also feed them oats. It's like a dry food. I'm thinking about switching it to chicken feed. We'll see. I'm not really sure where I'd put a bag of chicken feed. I'd have to get one of those dog food sealer things that you put your dog's food in, but those are expensive and I don't want to do that. So I'll probably just stick to oats for a while. And at the end of the day, it saves a lot of money. And if you do it like I do and you make extra anyway, you can sell them and make a little bit of extra money. And it's just an awesome thing. So keeping it, should you keep it Sunday? Yes, if you have an animal that eats it. It's kind of pointless to do it if you don't, because then you just sell them all and you might as well not take up the space or waste the electricity. But that being said, leave a comment of what you think I should go over next week, and I'm just going to start talking about other reptile stuff that's going on. The Sacramento Reptile Show is going to be at Cal Expo. The Sacramento Convention Center is being demolished right now because they're going to remodel it. I thought it looked pretty new and pretty nice actually last year I was there, but it's going to be down for this year and next year during the Sacramento Reptile Show. Hopefully it should be done by the year after that, but for the next 2 years the Sacramento Reptile Show will be held at Cal Expo. That's where the state fair is. I'm excited. I will be vending. I will bring a bunch of crested geckos, maybe a couple leopards and fatties, maybe. maybe cups of roaches. I'll probably bring my hissing roach colony. I really want someone to buy that. They're in a sliding glass top because they do get out, so I need the sliding glass top, and I tape it shut. Well, the other night the tape was kind of worn down. I might not have shut it all the way. It came loose. I woke up with one in my bed, one on the wall, and 3 is sitting on top of the lid of the tank. I'm hoping there's none running around my room still, but they're not really worth it. I haven't sold any. No one really wants them. I got one guy coming tonight who's buying them for real cheap, and I kind of just want to get rid of them. And I can either slap another ball python in there, or another roach colony or something. Probably another roach colony. I'm not a big fan of ball pythons. They're so picky when they eat, and rats are expensive, and if I want another ball python, I'd want to breed them, and I don't really want to breed ball pythons. But I know I talked about getting some blue animals, and I'm working on that. The Vietnamese blue beauty snake, which is my favorite snake right now, I definitely want one. I have confirmed that the guy I'm going to sell it to has one. They're eggs right now. They haven't hatched. He said very soon, a week or 2, 3 max are going to hatch. I'm sure he's going to want to feed them a bunch before he ships them out to me. I haven't confirmed that with him yet. But $175, fair price for him. Definitely fair price. And he lives in Kansas. I'm at the top of his list. As soon as they're out, I just hit him up. He'll post a picture of him. I'll text him. He'll be like, yep, I'll ship it to you, $175 plus shipping. And I'll probably do like an unboxing video because that's just going to be so exciting for me. But again, I'm doing daily content. I'm trying to grow my collection and grow my channel and show people that reptiles are pretty awesome and they're not bad. I know a lot of people think they're bad. Personally, I have a lot of friends and family who, when they like, oh, how are your snakes, how are your lizards? I hear you have lizards. They just run around in your room. Like, what's going on? I'm like, if you don't understand, do your research. If someone in your family enjoys animals or something like that, be understanding, do your research, try to be supportive, because if that's their hobby, they're going to want to do it forever. And if you make it sound like it's such a bad idea, you're going to hurt their feelings, they're not going to want to do it, and you're just crushing their dreams. So anyway, I'm James from James's Reptiles. That's going to be it for today's video. I know there's not really any animals in it. I'll definitely have to show you some more next time. Tomorrow's video, I will have my lily white in it. He's got a little crinking at the bottom of his tail, and I'm not 100% sure what it is. My guess would be that his tub mate, because he does have one tub mate, it's a little bit younger than him, but they're roughly the same size now. I think that bit the tip of its tail, and it's just kind of sitting there. We'll find out. I'll see what you guys say. I might message Tiki's Geckos, David from Tiki's Geckos. I might message him. But other than that, that's going to be it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Gmail if you need to. I'm always here for questions, and I love to hear you guys' feedback. Catch you tomorrow, and have a good one.